I want you to take a listen to a snippet of a couple of interviews that Jim Jones gave recently describing his financial condition. Jim Jones explained to the Joe Budden podcast that Southern artists had an advantage when it came to business and home ownership. They were already grandfathered in because in the South they owned houses, while in New York it's just project buildings.
What year was like your first hip hop check?
The first hip hop check, the diplomat check came in 75,000, maybe 01 or 02.
25 years. Because you know my brain going immediately go to real estate and brownstone costs in Harlem 25 years ago.
Bro, I would have been $500 million up.
Easy.
I had one person that told me, you did? Like,
Yeah.
I'm making $50,000, $60,000 a show, $100,000 a show at the height of my shit. I could have been buying houses.
Per show.
You did? And that's the advantage that a lot of South artists have on us also. But that's because they didn't grow up in a big city, so dormant, and everybody stacked on top of each other. They grew up in houses, so all they know is how to buy houses, or the deed, your name signed on the deed. If your grandmother loses house, that's your house. So that's in, you know what I mean? That's in they.
And they don't be no projects like that down
Well,
south.
not to
No,
come
nothing
full
is
circle.
houses.
It ain't no
So
projects like that,
they learn the financial literacy because it's there.
By default.
Yes.
By default.
I mean, so it was like they have a big event. We didn't. We grew up in the projects. We grew up hustling and how to buy fly sneakers.
And that was Jim Jones there,
That'd be one of the main differences.
clearly explaining that the government provided housing, stunted his growth, and made him a poorer man today. And he's trying to make up ground for things that he didn't learn because the government didn't require him to learn it, because they simply gave him the housing. And therein is a very valuable lesson there, that giving someone housing often does them more harm than good. A former EnVogue singer, you guys may remember her. She's saying that she's now homeless. She's been homeless for a while. So we listened to her, and she gave
Guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car.
Well, I remember her. That's Don Robinson, huh?
I said it.
She
Oh my
said
God,
it.
it's out. Been living in my car. Oh my gosh.
She got it out.
If you remember, if you guys were with me, in 2020, I did like 105,000 interviews. And in the interim, I was living with my parents in Vegas. And that was wonderful until it wasn't. I love my mom, but she became very angry. And a lot of her anger, she was taking out on me, and I was her target all the time. And I was like, I can't deal with this. Like, I respect her too much. Let me get out of here. And I was sleeping in my car for maybe about a month in Vegas. And then the guy that was co-managing me at the time was living in LA, and he said, you need to come back to LA. Okay. And he said that I could stay with him. And so I was like, okay. He's like, I don't have a lot of room, but I'll make room for you. And then when I got to his place, he actually didn't have room for me. So it turned into, okay, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel for the night. And that one night turned into 8 months. Oh my God, you guys. Because every apartment that I looked at, every single time I looked at a place, I would call him and I'm like, okay, can you meet me here? I would tell him ahead of time, of course. And then he wouldn't meet me there, and so I would take video and send it to him. And he's like, no, oh my God, this neighborhood, I hate it. I mean, I felt like he was playing games, and I knew he was playing games, and I wasn't the one. I'm like, come on, I'm trying to make this easier on you because financially, I know it's got to be hard. You're paying your rent and you're paying my hotel. His apartment was $1,700 a month, and then my hotel was over $3,000.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah. So, and I was always stressed every week because he would pay weekly for the hotel. So every week I was like, oh my God, can you afford it?
She was staying in an extended stay.
Are you okay? And he's like, no, I can't, but I'm getting it together. What? You're the one who said to go to the hotel, and you're not approving any of the apartments. Like, it would be so much cheaper to just get me into an apartment. Like, what's the problem?
It'd be so much cheaper to just get her an apartment, she says. Wow, that is amazing. The entitlement mentality of these people really is amazing. The entitlement. It'd have been easier just to get her in an apartment, she says. That's really amazing, the entitlement mentality of these people. We had an issue on the stream, a tenant who, former lawyer, lost his license, and he's sitting around doing nothing, similar to Don Robinson, as opposed to going out and doing something. And he's leaning on me to basically provide him housing while he waits on his dream job. I imagine Don Robinson is waiting on her dream acting role. There and again, the issue there, you can't wait on people. You gotta make it happen there. Once again, guys, thank you for joining. Make sure you hit the like, leave a comment if you like, and make sure you join us on the mainstream. We're live here. Thank you again for joining. John Govt. Make sure you support the channel. Thank you.